All right. Welcome back. Welcome back for a theater update. And yes, I'm not in the theater. I'm in the garage, but there's a good reason for that. So people have been hitting me up about theater updates. I haven't posted one in a while, and it's not because the project is stalled out. To the contrary, I've been working on a lot of things all at the same time and making a lot of progress, but I had a little bit of a design change that I'm really excited about. So I figured I'd make a quick video to talk about the updates and coming changes. But the reason why we're in the garage is because I just got a shipment of my new subwoofer. So if you've been watching for a while, you know I've got two SVS SB16 subwoofers, which I absolutely love. And I'm sure they're enough, but you can never have too many subwoofers. And in this new iteration of the home theater, I'm trying to keep it clean and keep most of the speakers hidden, but I come to the realization that subwoofers were just gonna have to be out in the room if I'm gonna run four. So it's gonna have two behind the screen and two at the back of the room. Several days ago, I was up brainstorming 2 o'clock in the morning because I wasn't happy with where I was placing my rear surrounds. And I came to the realization that if I add two more, which I'll show you in a second where they're gonna go, but if I add two more columns at the rear of the room, I can actually take my rear surrounds from the corners, which are less than ideal, and actually move them to the rear as they should be. And the depth of those two additional columns will hold these bad boys, the SVS 3000 in walls. So I got a pair of those that come with an amplifier, which is gonna allow me to have all of my speakers in the room and still have 4 subwoofers. So let's unbox these bad boys, see what they look like, and then we're gonna head up to the room and I'll kind of walk you through the updates real quick. All right, so as you can see, the room is an absolute mess. There's chaos everywhere, but it's good chaos because believe it or not, this is progress. The Epson projector is down, and before I had extension cords run through the ceiling and just through a wire pass through, as well as my HDMI. Now I actually have an HDMI termination and a electrical outlet wired into the ceiling, so I've got to paint that, touch that up, and then get ready for the new projector. All right, so here's the back wall. As I had mentioned, and as you can see, I've got my rear surrounds that I was in the process of putting in, and I built out this weird little angle box thing, very similar to what I did with the front wides. But now, instead of doing that janky mess, I'm actually going to do 2 columns, one here and one here, so these curtains are going away. There's actually a window behind the curtains. So there's gonna be a column, right, kind of like that and that, but there's gonna be a column on either side of the window, and those will house the rear surrounds, as well as the 3000 in walls. My front soundstage will effectively be unchanged. I'm taking out those side panels. I'm gonna wrap these little niche boxes with fabric and fill them with insulation. And then build that out. Instead of my screen being inset in between these two niche box cabinet things, my screen's gonna be able to come out and go almost edge to edge. So currently I've got a 120-inch homemade screen that I made about 12 years ago. Now I'll be able to get a 135-inch 16:9. I'm not doing a cinema scope screen. And I'm probably gonna go with Screen Innovations, maybe Stewart Screen. You guys let me know what brands you recommend. But originally I was actually gonna tear that out and bring my front soundstage down to the ground level. But I've noticed with the Focal Vesti is the dispersion is actually pretty good. So I no longer feel the need to lower the speakers. Maybe they would sound better if I brought them down to ground level, but leaving them up there allows me to keep my SB16s down there, and I'm actually going to make a fabric panel to hide that. So imagine there's gonna be black acoustically transparent fabric on either side and on the lower section as well. Those equipment cabinets are coming out because I've got that bad boy right there. And who knows, maybe I'll get 2 more subs in there and run 6. Let me know in the comments if I should run 6 subwoofers, which also means you volunteer to convince my wife. The plan for the front soundstage is set. The plan for the rear is set. I've got electrical going on. I've got recessed lights actually going in, working on those kind of as we speak. I've got the old school LEDs from 12 years ago coming out, and I'm running Cobb LEDs. I've got some 3D panels that match the 3D panels that I used years ago that are going to be a part of alternating pattern with the fabric walls that are coming soon. Once I stop doing things that make dust, I'm actually going to start working on the fabric panels. Red curtains are coming out. Already got the black curtains. There's a bunch of different things going on at the same time. That's just kind of the way my brain works, so bear with me. But I wanted to make a quick update so you guys know I am still working on the theater project, and I'm giving myself a deadline-ish. End of April, beginning of May, this room is done. Because simultaneously, I'm actually redoing my home office. That series will be coming out soon, but major renovation in my home office. And starting to plan a kitchen renovation. So a lot going on, but I promise you guys I'll get you updates on the theater. It's going to start coming along really fast here towards the end, now that certain decisions are made. All of the big purchases are done. Everything is here somewhere. So stay tuned, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And it should be a fun journey. Follow along as I take this thing to the finish line. Thanks for watching. Bye.